Hey, YouTube world, and a good, happy morning to you. Now, today, I just want to say, I am just really wondering what the hell are people out there thinking? I mean, everybody's worried about the cuckoo virus killing them and whatever. So, the panic response is to run out, buy up all the hand sanitizer, buy up all the toilet paper, buy up all the Lysol spray and wipes, and they're talking about a quarantine. Who the hell is out there buying the food? Oh, yeah, me. Because I ain't starving, and I ain't waiting on soldier, deputy, who the hell ever, to deliver my food. But here's what I don't get. All right, y'all are out there buying up the sanitizer, buying up the soap, buying up the this, that, and the other, but not a one of y'all is teaching your kids to cover their mouth when they cough. So, your child is still walking past me in public going, the hell? What the hell? And then, if I say something, you got nerve to get pissed. Well, let me just tell you, I don't care. Because let me tell you something. I don't give a shit if your little kid got a case of the cuckoo. Guess what? They're closing down Disney World. They're closing down Six Flags. They're closing down Disneyland, Epcot Center, and any other attraction that we could go to. Have y'all ever thought for 1 minute that they're trying to start a pandemic? Have you ever dawned on you that they're getting ready to mandate some kind of vaccine for this shit? And from all indications, from everything I've been told and everything I've researched and everything I've seen, they can demand that you and your child who go to public school get this vaccine without any testing done on it because there's an epidemic. So, if we call this an epidemic, they can start shooting your ass up with this shit in the next couple of days. Now, maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I find it kind of curious how this outbreak, if you will, is coming on the heels of the cure for AIDS. The last outbreak we had, the last killer disease that we had was AIDS. And here's what I don't get, people. When AIDS first came out, we had no idea how it was spread, how it was contracted, how it was anything. We didn't know anything about it. But I don't remember them closing down the schools. I don't remember them closing down the theme parks and such. I remember them trying to start a panic, but then they kept it calm because I think they realized in the end, we're not going to be able to push a vaccine for this one. So that one kind of died out really quick, and all of a sudden, before it died out, they were like, oh, no, don't panic, because you can only get this through sex and through bodily fluids, and even if you kiss somebody, you would have to drink a gallon of their spit and blah, blah, blah. So they hurry up and calmed down the AIDS virus once they realized they couldn't do a vaccine for it, you know. But now, ironically, they have a non-cure for it with this, we can make it undetectable bullshit. We can make the AIDS epidemic, we can make that go away. We can make it, it's undetectable. It's so undetectable that you can have sex and not spread it. What the fuck? Okay, but now that epidemic is going away, now we have a new one. We have the cuckoo, papu. You know, apparently, because everybody's running out buying up the toilet paper, which I still don't get. And to all you jackasses who had comments about me using butt rags, take that with your toilet paper. Anyway, here's what I'm really having a confusion on, is they're already in the process of making a vaccine for this. Now, explain this to me. Why are we still taking vaccines for issues that no longer exist? If they were wiped out because we took the vaccine and we are all now immune to it, and if we're also immune to it because of these wonderful vaccines, why do we have to, generation after generation after generation, keep giving these vaccines to our children? You would think at some point that we would genetically build up a resistance or an immunity to these diseases and ailments and bullshit and yada yada. Or is it just the fact that the pharmaceutical companies are making such a hand over fist payout from this crap that it'll never go away? Well, here's what I don't get. If we take these vaccines, you know, generation after generation after flipping generation, why do we still need them 50 years into the generational gene pool? What is the point? If vaccines are not a cure, and I still run the risk of getting whatever the hell it is you just vaccinated me for, what is the point? I mean, seriously, they have a chickenpox vaccine, but yet I can still be at risk for getting the chickenpox even after taking the vaccination. Then what the hell did I just inject myself with the chickenpox bullshit for? Other than to say thank you and pay that bill. So I'm just wondering what the hell people out there are thinking, because none of this crap makes sense to me. And the fact that they just found the biggest flipping disease, epidemic, crisis going around in our society today was AIDS. Was the acquired efficiency immune disorder, however the hell you say it, I don't know. I'm sure I'm not saying it right, but the HIV and the AIDS virus were the biggest threat to our society. And all of a sudden, they found a cure for it, and now, oops, we got a new one. You know, because we can't just be cured. No. We can't, as a society, just be freaking cured. Because where would that leave the pharmaceutical companies? Where would that leave the doctors? And where would that leave the pharmacists? And where would that leave the medical community? I mean, seriously, let's cure AIDS. But let's not stop there. You ever wonder why there's no cure for cancer? And the ones that are cured or in remission are few and far between? And how come they're in remission, but the rest of them aren't? And how come the rich people always get the medical cures or life prolonging drugs first. Is it a money thing? Is it an experimental thing? See, explain this one to me, someone below in the comment section. Explain to me, why is it that when they set up for trials, that they always go after the poor people for the experimental drug trials and things of that nature? Because the way they'll do it is we'll pay for this and we'll give you an allotment of that and we will do this and we will do that. And what they do is they literally make it sound so very appealing to those people that are homeless, because they will give you a place to stay, they will give you food to eat, and they will give you things that you would otherwise not have if you weren't taking their medications, their shots, they're letting them, they give you a clean hospital bed, hospital room, 3 hots and a cot a damn day. And while they observe you, and the rich people aren't showing up for these trials and bullshit because they already got 3 hots and a cot, So they make these testing on humans seem very appealing to the less fortunate and the lower end of our society. And oops, if you die, nobody's gonna miss you. Because, how many people are out there missing a homeless person? Oh, Johnny wasn't on his corner this week. And it just really has been always something that worried me. But after, the lower end of society has been used as guinea pigs, then they toss their ass back out on the street because they have no more use for them. And that's if they survived it, because they don't need them anymore. And the side effects of these studies and testing and drug whatever could affect these people in ways that they have no idea, because they don't watch them for months to years after they stop using the drug. They don't watch them for anything that could develop once the drug is stopped. They don't watch them for anything that could develop once, the drug has run its course through their system and is out of there. How were you before? How are you after? How were you, in the transition? They don't, because they don't need you. They don't need you anymore. And therefore, you're back out on the street. And then they'll take the drug of the moment and they'll sell it to you for $185, and who's got $185 for 2 shots and a pill? So, the higher end of society will always benefit drug-wise through the blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice of the lower end of society. And, if I'm wrong, feel free to comment below. I don't give a shit. That's just how I see it through my eyes and my experience with how the pharmaceutical testing chooses to do things. They're not offering shit that would be an incentive for the upper class society to come on in and be a guinea pig. They're just not. They're not saying, hey, we'll give you an Lexus if you come on in, or hey, we'll give you a Lamborghini, or hey, we'll pay your mortgage this month. Nah, they're not saying any of that shit. They're catering to the lower form or the lower end of our society and the less fortunate, and that they always have. The higher ups, the stronger ends of society have always rode into town on the bootstraps of our less fortunate. So it is what it is, and you can feel free to comment below. Now, anybody that's interested, I'm going to throw this out there because why not? I am selling handmade, homemade soaps that I will be adding hand sanitizer to. So the soap will be a disinfectant in itself. If you want to buy some of that, feel free to hop on over to Crafting with Six over on Facebook. Look me up over there, Crafting with Six on Facebook, my group. I just put some pictures out last night. If you're interested, feel free to drop me a line over there. Or you can look me up on Instagram and drop me a line over there if you're interested. I will be making some more soaps. I have some soap base coming today. I will spend my weekend making germ killer soap, or antibacterial soaps as they call them, because while the world is sucking up the toilet paper and all of that, I'll be using my butt rags and making soaps. So if you're interested in buying soaps, they will be $5.75 a piece, and they will be for sale as soon as Tuesday of next week. So drop me a line over there. They will be antibacterial hand and bath soaps in different shapes, different colors, and different scents. But again, they will be antibacterial for $5.75, and depending on the amount of shipping, I will let you know that too, how much it will cost to ship depending on where you are. So, all right, guys. Today is, oddly enough, Friday the 13th. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on in our Freaky Friday world. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up on March the Freaky Friday 13th. It is 10:42 in my world. Have a great weekend, guys.